Yu Sung, how do you add a constraint to a dynamic?
Okay, so I think the question itself is also, for a lot of people hard to understand what we are talking about. So I will show you, go through the example. Okay, so far I have been using the manipulate, but in this example I will use the a little bit sophisticated construct called the dynamic module. I think Faisal and Chris already showed you guys how it works. So graphics, it's I will quickly construct dynamic point. So I specify the point. I will put a circle on it, and I hope this is it. Right. So this is one dynamic example. We have a mouse pointer here, right? It moves around, right? It's free. Now the constraint means let's say I wanna move this around, but just on the top of the circle. I don't wanna move it around actually. I wanna just make it in such a way that it just moves around the circle. How are you gonna do that? That's it's very nice property with dynamic. Dynamic can get a second argument which can control how the dynamic behave when it is being evaluated. So again, the same construct, it takes the pure function that's very specific. And what I'm trying to do is, instead of giving the value of the mouse, the position directly, I want to control it slightly differently. So in this case, so the hash sign, the slot, we call it slot. That means it's a current mouse position in this particular case. And instead of just using the value, I normalize it. Well, you can see, normalize is a very neat, handy technique. You normalize it, it will be always on the circle, right? So, oops, oh, what did I do wrong? Pair numbers.
The ampersand.
Yeah, outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly tricky. Okay, we got it. So you can see, we move around, oops, yeah. It's just working on the circle. You can think of a lot of different ways. If you want to put it in the sine curve, for instance, instead of doing this, you can just say, okay, well, I can actually try it, but given the time. So it's easy to, I highly recommend you take a look at dynamic, the Doc Center dynamic reference, which has a lot of these different examples of constraint dynamics.